Hey guys, Kurt from Time Machine Transport. So I'm in Wisconsin now. Deadheaded from, I'm still probably a couple hours from the shop in Burlington, but had a I didn't have to, but I chose to deadhead from Billings, Montana. It's like 1,100 and some miles. I won't take that cheap ass freight, man. I just won't. And it would be nice if more people would have principles and do that. You're better off just deadheading to wherever you got to get to, man. Stop taking that cheap ass fucking freight. I was going to book a Landstar load. Well, I wasn't going to book it. I saw a Landstar load. They had 10 of them going somewhere out of Wyoming to Oxford, Mississippi, I believe it was. It was like 1,600 and some miles, or just almost 1,600. Maxed out with weight. I don't think it needed a tarp, but I could be wrong. Paying $2,100. All right, and they were all gone. I'm like, how stupid can you be? Why would you put that kind of stress on yourself and your equipment for $1 something a mile? Like, I mean, that's insane. That's insane. Actually, yeah, it would be $1 something a mile. That's insane. Just to pay for fuel, you're going to put all that extra stress on your tires, your trailer, your motor, your brakes. I mean, come on, man. Get with the fucking program. Anyways, so I wasn't going to do a video on this, but so I stopped at this rest area in Wisconsin, but I shut down last night in just over the North Dakota-Minnesota border, Moorhead, Minnesota. Stopped at the rest area there for the night. Get up early, and I go into the restroom to take care of business. And I go into the family. You know how you have the individual bathrooms at the rest areas, like family restroom or family bathroom or whatever? Does that mean that you have to go in there with a family, or does that mean, like, if you have family, you could use this bathroom? That's how I took it. And it's kind of nice because you can, you take care of business, you wash up, brush your teeth, and you have your own little, like, private bathroom. I mean, it's like 5 in the morning-ish. I'm not thinking, what kind of families are fucking up at 5 on the road? So I hear the door try to get brought. It was like somebody tried the handle, and I'm like, oh, probably another truck driver. There weren't a lot of people at this rest area, so I wash my hands. They don't have paper towel in this, so you use the air dryer things. So as I come out, it's this husband and wife and baby. And right when I open the door, I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. And this fucking bitch, she's like holding her baby. She, like, brings the baby in, like, I'm like, I'm not, like, I was gonna snatch her baby. Like, I'm not gonna snatch that fucking ugly ass. If I'm gonna snatch a baby, I'm gonna snatch a cute one. I'm not gonna snatch. And the baby was ugly as fuck. And it's like, I mean, what am I gonna do with a fucking ugly ass infant? You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, even if you sell a motherfucker, like, you might get a couple $1,000s for an ugly baby. I mean, I'm not in the fucking ugly baby business, selling business, right? So I don't fucking know. But I was like, what the fuck, lady? I mean, get your shit together, man. I mean, I even said sorry. I mean, I could see, like, I'm a disabled vet. I have the little, parking thing but I use it only on the road. Or actually, not only. I use it, like, during the holidays, if we're going Christmas shopping or whatever, and every parking lot is full, I'll take my little handicap fucking pass, and so I can park up front to avoid driving around a parking lot for fucking 20 minutes. But and then I use it in my semi. If you get into a truck stop and it's late and there's no parking, probably 9 times out of 10 they have a handicap space open. So you just gotta hang your little fucking cripple sign there, and you're good to go. But so is the family bathroom like Is that like using a cripple's fucking parking space, or like the shitter? Because whenever I go into the if I take care of business, and I'm going to the larger one, right? Who wants to be all fucking, like you're living in a fucking New Jersey apartment, right? Like all, excuse me. I mean, who wants to do that, So is that like against the law? Is it a citable offense? I know if you park in a fucking cripple fucking parking spot, you can get your shit towed or get a fucking, and I can say cripple because I'm disabled as well. It's like if you're a Jew, you could say Jew jokes. If you're a fucking Asian, you can fucking say Asian jokes. If you're Mexican, you know what I'm saying? If you're black, you can say black jokes. I mean, I'm incognito, so I can say black jokes. I can say cripple jokes. I can say all that stuff, right? But it's like, the lady was like so, like she was, I get it. Some dude comes walk. I mean, it wasn't like I lunged for this fucking, like the Snatcher baby or anything. It was like, it was, and I love kids. I love babies. I guess I love even ugly babies. But this motherfucker was an ugly ass baby, and it's like, I will put a huge bet. I'm not a betting man, but I will put a large bet on if that baby even had a fucking car seat. They probably just, because it's an ugly baby, so you don't secure. I would assume you wouldn't secure an ugly baby in a fucking car seat. You just toss him in the back seat, right? Close the fucking door. I don't know. I'm just saying. Do parents with ugly babies, do they fucking, both say they want a DNA test to get away to get away from claiming that, when we were younger, one of the, chants we'd say on the football bus, was it UGLY, you ain't got no alibi, you ugly, or whatever, something like that, right? And when I was driving off on the interstate, I of course, when you're driving all day, you just you pay attention to billboards, right? And it's always, and I've said this in one of my other videos, it's always realtors and lawyers, the two, that have their pictures on their billboards, because they think they are some of the most attractive women or men and women on the planet, right? I've never seen, a real, have you ever seen like a real ugly person on a billboard? No, because you're not going to buy that stuff, right? You want an attractive person on there, whatever the case is. So, I'm not ugly person racist. you could have your own claim on, racism. If you look at it, say for instance, like a lot of ugly people are homeless because they can't get jobs. When you look at it, if I'm an employer and I'm interviewing, prospective or future employees, if I see a good-looking man or a good-looking woman, you're going to hire them. Within, if you're a qualified, good-looking man or woman, or whatever, the pronouns, they, them, whatever, and you are a good-looking person, but you're going to get hired. Now, if you're a really, really qualified person and you're an ugly person, you're going to be homeless. Because, I'm just saying, I don't see, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's always the fucking beautiful people that get over on everything, So I'm starting to think that ugly people should have their own race. because they are discriminated against every single day. Every single day. And I know it seems funny, but it's true, in my opinion. It's very, very true. It's, you know, I'm on my 30-minute break right now. Fucking just went inside and took care of business again, and I used the fucking family bathroom. I'm a fucking criminal. What can I say? You guys ever want something refreshing to drink? That stuff's good. So yeah, I use it again. Fucking outlaw. What can I say? Until they start saying, you know, like, because, you know, if you pull up to a handicap or a cripple fucking parking spot, you know, it will tell you, like, you know, handicap only, and you know, the owner's going to pay for expense for towing, but they don't say that like into the family bathrooms. I mean, that's, excuse me. So I don't know. I thought it was really fucking odd that this chick was fucking overprotecting this mute. So this, anyways, is that even a mute? Yeah, like a mute, right? Anyways, although babies, no, it's not a mute, Kurt. Fucking be smart. A mute is just like somebody who can't speak, right? I mean, it's an infant that doesn't really speak really right away. So anyways, when I was going down the interstate, I was noticing the billboards, and then I started saying, I'm like, you know, that is so fucking true, man. Like, the only ones with faces are attorneys and realtors. So I started thinking back, when I was training my brother to get him his CDL. We were in, this is years ago, we were in Big Springs, Nebraska. I've been at that Flying J multiple times, and I've still been looking for the Big Spring in that area, and I don't know if there's actually one. They say it right in the name, Big Springs. I'm looking for the Big Spring. I haven't found it yet. So my brother and I were standing in line. This is at night. Long line, not a big deal. We drive trucks. Our job is part of waiting. So I look, my brother kind of nudges me a little bit, my brother Mikey, and I look and he goes like that, and I look, and I was, and I'm not a good looking person, so I could talk trash about fucking ugly people. So if I wouldn't have saw it with my own eyes, I wouldn't have believed it. When I first saw the dude, I honestly thought he was fucking around. Like, he was just, you know, like, whatever. But this dude had such an overbite. White dude. He had, I mean, it was almost like he was in pain. Like, I'm not even kidding. And I took like a fucker. I'm like, and I was waiting for the dude to start laughing, but he was just sitting there and he was looking straight ahead, and his shit was so, like, if my thumb was his bottom teeth and my upper fingers, I'm not even kidding you, man. There was like this much of an overbite. Don't make fun of my nasty finger. And I was like, fuck. But when I looked at the dude, well, it was kind, I mean, it was so exact. It was like his teeth were getting a fucking head start on everything in his mouth, right? Like, they were constantly, you know, like the hare and the tortoise, like the race, right? Like they had a huge head start. But I'm just like, when I first saw the dude, I'm like, damn, I know this cat. I didn't say anything to him because I didn't want to start up this conversation. Well, first, I mean, how difficult is it to talk like that? Like, and I'm being serious, but so he looked like this dude named Howard. This is the guy's real name, Howard Crotch. Howard Crotch. He was in my junior high school, Walker Middle School. which was a pretty ruthless school. It was a city school. And I remember he looked just like this dude Howard Crotch, and Howard Crotch was bullied, and he also was buck-toothed. Not. I mean, maybe maybe it was him. I don't know. But as he got older, maybe it got more defined, or maybe he started working out on it. I don't know. So Howard Crotch, I started thinking about it when I was going by the beautiful people billboards, and then started thinking about the ugly people and the ugly baby, and I'll guarantee, you know what I'm saying? Like, anyways, so I remember Howard Crotch. So, 7th grade, junior high, that's the first time, when you're in gym, you're fucking ass naked with all these other fucking men in the shower. That was, they want to talk about, like, PTSD or whatever, but that's pretty traumatic for young kids, girls and boys, to go into a shower with a bunch of strangers, especially like if you're brand new to 7th grade, and then you have gym like the first semester or whatever. That's pretty traumatizing, man. I mean, especially you got a little pee-pee like me. It's you go in there. We had and the reason why I'm talking about Howard Crotch is he would stand ass naked in the middle of the shower because there was no shower heads available, and he would just be freezing. And I felt so bad for this dude. I was bullied as a kid, but this dude, if that kind of took the pressure off of me a little bit, because Howard Crotch was getting the brunt end of the bullying. And I remember there was these two big ass black dudes. They're like fucking adults in junior high, if you can imagine that. Like, these cats had fucking big facial hair, man. And I'm like, we were afraid as hell of these motherfuckers, man. I mean, and I remember the one dude's name was Governor Harris. This dude was like 6'4". He was like a fucking man. He was like an adult in junior high. This other cat's name was Warren. I don't remember his name. Also, he wasn't as tall as Governor. I mean, Governor had a cool last name, I'll say that. But I remember the Governor Harris and Warren, they were in my gym class, and Howard Crotch would be standing in the middle of the fucking shower, and they would go and piss on him. They would literally urinate on this poor dude. And I was like, fuck, man. Like, and when you're, 7th grade, man, it was like, you go in that shower, man, and you see all these brothers with these big ass peepees. You're like, damn, man, holy shit, like fucking anacondas, man, like crazy, right? And then you see this, and it's just like, it's crazy, man, how ruthless these motherfuckers were to Howard Crotch. And I remember one time our gym teacher, Mr. Derazinski, a little short dude, and Mr. Thomas was a gym teacher, and Mr. Derazinski was the other. Excuse me, the other one. Sorry. I remember Derazinski used to carry this. It was the tip of a fishing rod, and he would whip motherfuckers with that thing. And I remember this dude named Gary Hintz. Derazinski would walk right into the middle of the shower and watch everybody because I'm sure they were probably looking to make sure fucking Howard Crotch didn't get pissed on. But when Derazinski would leave, Crotch would get pissed on anyway. So, but he would go in there and he would stand right in the middle of the shower and just look at everybody. And he was a little short dude, but he's built. He was like a little fucking tank, like a little pit bull. And I remember one time this dude, Gary Hintz, was right. So there was, when you came in from the locker room, there was like this dry off room, not very big, and then you went from the locker room through the the towel off room or dry off room into the showers. Well, Derazinski would walk and he'd just stand there. And Gary didn't know that fucking Derazinski was there, so he's fucking sitting there enjoying his fucking, his soaping up time. Eyes closed. Who knows? White dude. Derazinski's white dude. And Gary, in his fucking excitement, he got soap on Derazinski's gym suit. And Derazinski looked at him, but Gary's enjoying his shower. He don't give a fuck. And Derazinski starts walking towards the towel dry off room, and Gary was right there at the head. So there was the doorway. There was one shower head here and one shower head here, and then obviously shower heads all the way around. Well, Gary was right by that last shower head before you go into the dry off room. Derazinski walked right like by him, and he's still fucking enjoying his salon time. And Derazinski grabs this motherfucker right by his hair, and he drags him right into the towel off room, and he just literally starts fucking doing Zorro on this motherfucker with this fucking fishing rod. He must have hit that dude like 6 or 7 times, man. And Gary, this motherfucker, he's in shock. He don't know why the fuck he's getting whooped. But yeah, man, I fucking got soap in your eyes. I'm sure Gary did. I don't know. I didn't interview him after the fucking whipping, but it was like fucking Toby. Tunte Kinte. It was. Walker was a rough fucking school, man. I'm not even gonna lie. But yeah, man. Like I said, I mean, just. It was just weird. Like the lady fucking, like over, like exaggerating. Like, oh, like. I'm not gonna snatch your ugly ass baby. Lady. I mean, I'm not gonna snatch a baby anyways. But it's like, if I did, I'd do the beautiful baby, right? So, anyways, I think my break time's over. Just, you know what, you guys, when you drive semi down a 2-lane road, we wave hi to each other. Like when I have my Jeep, other people with Jeeps would wave hi. My wife on her Harley, they do the little hand signal, blah, blah. So when even if you're not in a semi, wave at somebody today. Smile at them. Don't have a Karen face or a fucking Rory face. I'm going to start saying, how everybody says, like, my wife's got her bestie named Karen, so I don't like saying Karen. But instead of saying Karen, why don't we start switching it to a dude and just start saying fucking, instead of that's a Karen, like that's a Rory, and start a trend. So anyways, I had to get on the road here. Please like and subscribe to the channel. Ciao.